Um, so, guys, last video, uh, so we discussed about the networking concept of AWS. So, for this one video, what I'm gonna make now. So, in this video, we will discuss all the AWS databases concepts. Okay. So, this video gonna be a long video. So, what I will do is, I'm gonna chunk this video into different part and I will upload. So probably all the database concepts on AWS I will try to cover in simple and in detail explanation. Okay. So quickly we'll go to the first topic, that is Amazon RDS. So RDS stands for Relational Database Service. Okay, which is offered by AWS. So this is a fully managed database service that makes it easy to set up, operate, and scale a relational database in the AWS cloud. So, with RDS, you can run popular database engines such as MySQL, PostgreSQL, MariaDB, Oracle, SQL Server, and Amazon Aurora without having to worry about the underlying infrastructure. Okay, which means here is a fully managed database service. Okay, that makes it easy to set up, operate, and scale a relational database in AWS Cloud. So, with the AWS Cloud, you can set up a relational database where you don't need to worry about setup, operate, and scaling it. Okay, so with RDS, you can run popular database engines. Database engines such as MySQL, PostgreSQL, MariaDB, Oracle, SQL Server, and Amazon Aurora. So these all database engines will be supported by Amazon RDS. Okay, let's see some key features of Amazon RDS. First, it's managed database service. Okay, so RDS takes care of routine database tasks such as software patching, backup, monitoring, and scaling. So RDS will take care of doing this, like software patching, backups, monitoring, and scaling, freeing you from time-consuming administrative tasks. So you can focus on your application. So you don't need to worry about like administrative tasks. For example, a routine database tasks. For example, like software patching, backup, monitoring, and scaling. That is nothing but managed database service. Okay. So next is automated backups and snapshot. So what do you mean by snapshot? Means it's a backup, guys. Basically, backup means you have a database. Suppose in case if any failure or something happens, you lost the data. So what happens? You have a snapshot. Snapshot means the complete database copy. Okay. So that is nothing but snapshot. Okay. So here it will this RDS provides automated backups and snapshot. It's automated. RDS automatically backup your database and retain backups for a specific period, which means for a specific time period you can retain the backup. Okay. You can also take manual snapshot, which are user initiated backup that you can restore at any time. You can restore at any time, which are user initiated backups. Okay. So next is high availability and multi-zone deployment. RDS support multi-availability zone deployment, which automatically replicate your database across multiple zones. If the primary instance fails, RDS automatically fails over to a standby replica to ensure minimal down. Okay, which means, for example, guys, see, this RDS support multiple availability zone deployments. You can deploy your data in multiple availability zones. So which automatically replicate your database across multiple zones. If the primary instance fails, for example, if there is any instance where you deploy one availability zone, if it is fails, RDS automatically fails over to a standby replica to ensure minimal downtime. What happens is automatically um, fetch the data from the another availability zone. So high availability is always there. Okay, that is nothing but different. Next is scalability. You can scale the compute and storage resource of your RDS instance with just a few clicks. RDS support vertical scaling. Vertical scaling in a sense increase instance size, and storage scaling means increase the disk space. Okay, so these two things RDS will support. That is vertical scaling, which is means increasing instance size. Instance nothing but a server. Okay, you can increase a database instance. Okay, and also storage scaling, increase disk space. For example, if you want to increase the disk size, space, that also it will do. This next is security. RDS integrates with AWS identity and access management. Okay, so this IAM, right? I'm planning to make a separate playlist for you. This basically, guys, to tell it one term, in one word, it's a access control. Okay, whom to authorize and whom not to allow. That's it. That is nothing but IAM. Basically, it deals with. Okay, so it also supports encryption at rest and in transit. So whenever you transmit a data, so it encrypts it as a at rest. Okay, ensuring data security during storage and transfer. Okay, next is you can run RDS instances with an Amazon VPC. Okay, in my previous videos I have discussed about VPC, which is nothing but virtual private cloud. Okay, virtual private cloud, nothing but a separate isolated private cloud. For example, in AWS we have cloud, right? So if you want your own network, private network, that's nothing but virtual private cloud, guys. So what happens? This RDS instance, you can run your RDS instance, which means your database instances inside the private cloud. Okay, so allowing you to control network access and isolate your data set from the internet. So by doing this, what happens? You can control your database and which is not exposed to the internet. Okay, this we can do this. Next is read replica. For read heavy applications, RDS offers read replicas, which are read only copies of your database. So these replicas can improve performance by handling read traffic, reduce the load on your primary database instance, which means read replica is nothing but, for example, see, for read heavy application, wherever the read database means read write will be there. So if it is critical application, the application requires lot of read operation. So in that case, RDS offer read replicas. Read replica means you create a database where you can write and you read. Okay. Likewise, you created another database where in the replica database, all the copy of the primary database will be stored in the replica database. So this replica database you use only for the read operation. Okay, so these replica can improve performance by handling read traffic. Whenever the application workload traffic, it's more on read operation. What happens? The primary database forming read write mode means what happens in this situation? The request go to the replica database where that will take care of um, responding the data. By doing this, what we can do is we can reduce the load on your primary database instance. Okay. Next is support for multiple database engines. So RDS supports popular relational database engines, including MySQL, PostgreSQL, MariaDB, Oracle, SQL Server, and Amazon Aurora. So each engine provides specific features and optimizations. Okay. So you can choose one based on your application requirement. These relational database engines, which are nothing but MySQL, PostgreSQL, MariaDB, Oracle, SQL Server, and Amazon Aurora, each engine provides specific feature, guys, which means this all database engines, right? It provides their own features and optimization. So you can choose one based on your application requirement. Whatever the application you develop, right? Based on that, you can use any of these engines. Okay. We'll see one example use case. Web applications, data warehousing, and enterprise applications. So in these applications, you use this. For example, in web application, RDS is ideal for websites and applications requiring a relational database such as content management systems, e-commerce platform, and customer relationship management tools. Okay, e-commerce platform, customer relationship management tools, which means basically customer interaction softwares will be there. So there we use this, especially tools. Okay, and also content management system. So in these kind of web application, we use this. Okay, the next is data warehousing. Amazon Aurora, a MySQL and Postgre compatible engine with RDS offers a high performance and scalability, making it suitable for data warehousing and analytics. Mainly in this data warehousing, we use in AWS, for data analytics and warehousing, where critical application, complex data, where you want to do, right? So that time we go with this data warehousing, we use RDS. Okay. Next, enterprise application. So with the support for Oracle and SQL Server, RDS is well suited for traditional enterprise application that needs relational database with familiar engines. Enterprise application means, which is specially made for business, running the business. So these kind of business requirements, we go with RDS. Okay. In summary, Amazon RDS simplifies database management by handling common administrative tasks, providing high availability and offering scalability option is powerful service for running relational databases in the AWS cloud, making it easier to manage, secure, and scale your database infrastructure for a wide range of applications, guys. Yeah. Okay. So in the next video, I will talk about read replica. Thank you.